Moving home is never easy. You cram what you can into the back of a van, leaving everything else behind. All those places where you created all those memories, now abandoned and gathering dust, like a forgotten diary lost in an attic, its pages turning yellow as the stories they once told fade with time. I've done my best to recreate the essence of our old home for my ferrets up here in Scotland, but it's clear to me there are some things they really miss, and I need to fix that. So stay with me as I try to ignite the spirit of home in our new surroundings.
Can I get in your basket?
I built the ferret's old run in the heart of a sheltered garden, surrounded by flowers and insects and the occasional passing creature. Our new landscape is more open and exposed to the weather, without any plants up close to the cage. Ferrets don't have great long-distance vision, especially in daylight, as they're optimised to be effective predators inside dark, narrow tunnels. The girls come out from time to time if they hear me outside, but the boys mostly just sit in the doorway looking confused. There are so many things to miss about our old home, but I think the most difficult to part with was the sandpit. I remember when I first opened the doors to the outside enclosure. Wriggles and Scruffles spent the first 3 weeks digging furiously. It was like they thought this glorious new sandpit might vanish at any second. And they wanted to get as much tunnelling done as possible before it did. Of course, it often resulted in them emptying the sandpit onto the rug, which was mildly frustrating for me, but eventually they got used to it being there and calmed down a little. That was when Wriggles discovered her special talent, tunnelling. She'd be out there for hours, day and night, carefully constructing her next engineering marvel. Sometimes she would dig out a cave, vanishing inside it for minutes at a time. Inevitably, this always ended in a collapse, but she was never too deep to resurface. When I first adopted the rescue boys last year, they also went crazy in the sandpit. But then who could blame them after the crowded, chaotic rescue centre they came from? I had so much fun watching these precious boys experience real joy and freedom out there for probably the first time ever. No worries, no fears, just digging and bouncing in the sand and sunshine. And I didn't even care when they kicked all the sand out. Up in Scotland, the enclosure is quite different. They still have a sleep box, which they love of course, but the inside cage is much smaller than our old place. I've tried to make up for the lack of space with tunnels and a hanging cube, but I need to get electricity installed so they can have a water fountain again. It's also not been easy for me to get into the outside cage to clean and have a play. The girls especially are always ready to run out. That needs to be fixed as a priority. And I think I know a way I can bring a little piece of home to them.
Everybody's looking at me.
Make sure you watch to the end to see what it is. But first, let's get the DIY guns out.
You want to help?
I need to have some kind of a floodgate across the door here so I can open it while they're out there and they don't dash out. So I've got these sheets of perspex that I repurposed from the old run. So I think what I'm going to do is actually use these either side of it, make slits in it, and then that will slide in. So that is the plan today. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not exactly carpentry to be proud of.
After screwing in the, what are we going to call these, wedgies? Yes, after giving the ferret run 4 wedgies, it was time to slide in the invisible force field, which really confused the ferrets, and then hit the road for some essential supplies.
Headed to the plant nursery so I can pick up some plants and flowers to put around the outside of the cage.
And stand still with nothing in my way, letting me go so I can find myself again. I need that to feel that
With the garden starting to come alive with colour, it was time to fulfil my final promise and bring a little piece of home. Have you figured it out yet?
I need that home, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. 'Cause this life that I've been living ain't my home. Home, I'm coming home, I'm coming home. 'Cause I'm tired of being out here on my own. I'm coming home. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm coming home. Oh yeah. And all of this time I've been living it up, but all I've got left is rubble and dust. And I'm coming home.
I feel like we really are home now. But do you think I should build another huge sandpit? Drop a paw emoji in comments if you do. Thanks for watching.